Well, nice to get out in some sunshine today. Nice to see the sun and also experience some milder conditions. Nothing overly warm. You still need a light jacket with a bit of a breeze, but nothing close to how cool it's been over the last couple of days. And yes, I don't have to say the S word. We're actually talking, well, an S word of a different sort. Showers moving in by tomorrow, and we'll talk about that coming up in a moment. Let's take a look at temperatures out across the area today, and we have gotten to the double digits, which is a nice thing, right? Closer to average. We should be closer to 12, 13 degrees as a daytime high. Winds not as strong as they have been of late. And those southwest winds will start to pick up tomorrow. Visible satellite showing all that sunshine, but on the bottom left-hand side of your screen, you can see some cloud cover starting to encroach on extreme southwestern Ontario. That's our next weather maker, which will bring us some showers, even the risk of thunderstorms as early as tomorrow morning. Now, more pronounced north of Toronto, east of Georgian Bay, if you're heading up to the Cottage, for instance, around Parry Sound and Muskoka tomorrow morning, and then into the afternoon, scattered showers and thunderstorms, so not a washout of a day into the afternoon and evening hours, but there will be the chance of more storms, but it will be mild, 19 degrees. Saturday, the chance of some early day showers, 17, and then heading into Easter Sunday, we are cooler, but at this point, for all those Easter egg hunts, it does look dry, but we'll stay in the high single digits. Coming up, I'll detail those showers, thunderstorms heading into the area this weekend, and more with your long-range forecast as well. That's all just ahead.
Ontario
Time now for our first look at the forecast. For that, let's check in with weather specialist Kaylee Bedore. Kaylee.
Thanks, Carrie. Many people gearing up for a long weekend, but what's in store weather-wise? A little bit of a mix. We do have some sunshine, but also chance of seeing some wet weather and even risk of thunderstorms. So let's take a closer look at timing. For now, tonight, mainly clear, and it has been a beautiful sunny day today. Spring conditions, temperatures around seasonal. Overnight this evening, sliding into the low single-digit territory, and then back into the double digits tomorrow. In fact, we have a warm front coming in that will cause even milder conditions for Friday and for Saturday. So expect a little bit of a warm up, but that comes also with some increasing cloud on Friday, chance of seeing a few rounds of rain as well as chance of active weather. So we do have the opportunity of having thunderstorms to push through, and then temperatures will climb Saturday before a bit of a cool down on Sunday, but things then clear up. For today, winds have been relatively light, not a lot of action there, and it has been mainly sunny throughout the day. We'll see that cloud come through tomorrow, not necessarily going to be a complete washout on Friday and Saturday by any means, but we do have a couple of rounds of wet weather in the forecast. Mid-teens for Saturday, and then in the wake of a cold front, we actually cool down, but we have some sun for Easter. More coming up on your long weekend weather. For now, that's a first look at your forecast.
First Weather is brought to you by Aubin Windows and Doors. For premium products, award-winning service, and professional installations, visit aubin.com.
To you by KCCU Wealth Solutions. Riches and wealth come from well-laid plans. Let us help design yours. Call today.
Well, time now for a full look at your forecast. We have had some beautiful conditions today, plenty of sunshine, temperatures at that seasonal point. So a nice turnaround from some of the temperatures we've seen so far this week, and conditions there as well. So really nice to see some sun through southern sections of Ontario into Quebec as well. It's still a little bit cooler farther north, and areas through the western half of the country now starting to feel a little bit of a cool down as well as temperatures start to shift there. We've got a dip in the jet stream over the prairies. More of a ridge developing over the Great Lakes, and we do have some wet weather incoming though at times over the long weekend. It's not going to be a washout weekend. We do have still some sunshine in the forecast, but of course, we also have the chance of seeing a few rounds of rain and heavy rain at times, even thunderstorm risk as well. So let's take a closer look at timing, how things are shaping up. Many people may be enjoying the long weekend. We'll start with Friday. Increasing cloud tomorrow, though I think the morning we'll still see some sun for the first half of the day. Farther east, you'll stick with sun a little bit longer. And then late morning into the afternoon, we start to see a round of rain coming in. Risk of thunderstorm does pick up late in the afternoon and through the evening, and pockets of heavier rainfall expected, at least at this point on this particular model run, through the evening. So that's about 10 p.m. Watching for some heavier rain and, again, active weather. Then it kind of clears up. We get a lull before into Saturday morning. Still that chance of lingering showers and pockets of heavier rainfall. Through the afternoon, evening, and into Sunday, we'll start to see some sunshine. Temperatures slide slightly for Sunday. However, mild air in place for the first half of the weekend. Friday night will remain quite mild. It's looking to be at or even above seasonal for Saturday. Temperatures tonight around the freezing point. It was a brisk start to the day, that's for sure, but we did start to see those temperatures climb tomorrow. Similar setup. Temperatures around seasonal, even in mid-teen range. We have that chance of rain, watching for thunderstorms later in the day. Saturday 15. Sunday, 9. So there's a little bit of that cool down in the wake of a cold front, but we do have some sunshine on the way for Easter as well. Mix of sun and cloud before April showers start next week. That's a full look at your weather.
Now for a check on the forecast with more on what we can expect. Let's bring in our weather specialist, Kaylee Bedore.
Well, it was a gorgeous day today. Plenty of sunshine, seasonal temperatures, clear skies still out there in the viewing region, though we'll have increasing cloud for tomorrow. Mix of sun and cloud to start us off. So for the morning, expect some clearing. And then the cloud rolls in. We have chance of showers, heavier downpours, along with thunderstorm risk as well as Friday progresses. So that's what we'll be watching. A quick look on the futurecast now. If you are enjoying a long weekend, we do have some sun to start the day. There's that cloud by the noon hour. Even late morning, we start to see things cloud in, chance of showers, and then by late afternoon into the evening, we have that storm risk coming through with some heavier pockets of rain. I think especially north of Kingston toward Cornwall, Brockville area, watching for some of that heavier rainfall. And then things do eventually clear out. So it's not going to be necessarily a complete wash. We have chance of showers on Saturday, and then by Sunday, mix of sun and cloud. Temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler on Sunday at 9 degrees, but Friday and Saturday stay very mild, and we'll have some warm air in the forecast courtesy of that front coming in. More on your forecast coming up. For now, that's a first look at your weather.
First Weather is brought to you by Aubin Windows and Doors. For premium products, award-winning service, and professional installations, visit aubin.com.
Time now for a full look at your forecast. It was a beautiful day across the region today. Plenty of sun, temperatures back to seasonal. So really a nice way to wrap up Thursday, especially after some of the conditions we've had so far this week where it's been cold, it's been windy, a little bit of a change. And we've had that sun through southern sections of Ontario, extending into Montreal as well, 9 degrees there. Still some cooler air farther north in that province. And now also for the western half of the country, feeling a bit of a chill. You can see that trough, that dip in the jet stream, allowing for cooler air to extend well stateside. So a bit of a blast of colder weather there. We have the ridge developing over the Great Lakes. And as we head through Friday, we do have a warm front actually coming through. That also brings with it the potential for some wet weather and thunderstorm activity. So late in the afternoon Friday into the evening, chance that we do see some heavier downpours along with storm threat. Not necessarily going to be a complete washout of a weekend. We'll have some lulls in there. We'll see some sunny breaks. And then by Sunday, more clearing does take place. So we're looking at cooler weather for Sunday, but a little bit sunnier overall. Temperatures today, we were up to 8 degrees in Kingston, so it was a little bit cooler in areas right along the lakeshore. We've had more of that southeast wind coming into play. Elsewhere into the double digits, 11 degrees in Brockville, Smiths Falls as well, 11, 13 in Tweed with plenty of sun. So the sun was just so beautiful. It felt great today. Now, for tomorrow, mix of sun and cloud early on with increasing cloud cover. Chance that we do see some showers and then risk of thunderstorm and some heavier downpours. Again, not everyone necessarily going to catch that, but just watching for that, especially I think northern sections of the viewing region. Then we'll have a little bit of a lull, chance of showers into Saturday too before things start to clear up, and we will get some clearing I think later Saturday into Sunday. Mix of sun and cloud for Sunday. Chance of showers come back into the forecast by Monday, but at least on Sunday we do have some sun. For tonight, some areas dipping down below the freezing point, 0 degrees in Belleville, just above in Kingston. So another fresh start to the day. Not necessarily quite as cool as what we experienced this morning, but something to keep in mind. Then that cloud rolls through. We get into some of that wet weather, but temperatures tomorrow a little bit warmer for some. 15 degrees, Gananoque, Brockville, 16. Temperatures in Kingston around the 12-degree point. For Friday night, we stay mild, so that warmer air will be in place into the teens Friday night into Saturday, so it will be quite a mild night. And then Saturday mid-teens for the afternoon with that cooler air by Sunday, mix of sun and cloud. I do want to take a look toward next week as well, because mid to late week we get in on more sunshine and a little bit of a warm up in the forecast there too. That's a full look at your weather.